live on Facebook?
Reggae Rajahs sound, yeah, you don't know the deal for real. Me have to take time and big up my brethren them. Man like Diggy Dang, the one like General Zeus, the one like Ziggy B Lights, and the one like DJ Mouse City. You get me? And I'm gonna look and tell him some me man original Deadly Hunta upon them case again. What me say? Yo, we kill sound of town and country, kill sound of India and Germany. It's time some sound up on the minds and see. Reggae Rajahs sound will kill your sound today. Many sound, many sound. One kill Reggae Rajahs, but we don't cry no more. Every day another sound get bored. Have mercy on my sound. Case a guy try take our crown. Have mercy on many sound, many sound. Yeah, so look what them gonna use to make a sound boy rebel. Crack and cocaine for make them sword down the head. In the council of the young godly, still them a dwell. Them not give the youth a shot to come up them shell. What about Jackie Monica and Michelle? Them they pan the corner with them body them a sell. Me don't know say Babylon a work them spell. Judgment I get deep like a well. Yo, so what me sing? Many sound, many sound. One kill Reggae Rajahs, but Diggy don't cry no more. Every day another sound get bored. Have mercy on my sound. Case a guy try to take our crown. Have mercy on many sound. Reggae Rajahs, many sound. Yo, so that I got this time for step up out of the gutter. Crack and cocaine and all the fast like a butter. Young juvenile, them all a flex like a nutter. Just the big eyes, them pull down the shutter. Come and let them deaf to all the dubs, them way up. Now they get to you, them start to bust the rat-a-tata. I run about the place, I talk about them a top shutter. The father word is like them forgot. Yo, so what me sing? We kids sound of town and country, kids sound of India and Germany. It's time some sound up on the minds and see. Reggae Rajahs will kill your sound today. Many sound, many sound. One kill Reggae Rajahs, but we don't cry no more. Every day another sound get bored. Have mercy on my sound. Case a guy try to take our crown. Have mercy on many sound. Many sound. You're so good over river like a road after all. Lift up your head and make they get a stand tall. Can't make them kick without like a football. Long time me sister that them judgment a call. What them a go do now that them back against the wall. Just like Twin Tower, enough for them bound to fall. Can't buy me sound, I can't invent out tomorrow. Reggae Rajahs sound after all. Yo, what we say? Many sound, many sound. One kill Reggae Rajahs, Diggy Dang don't cry no more. Every day another sound get bored. Have mercy on my sound. Case a guy try to take our crown. Have mercy on many sound.
Greetings to you and yours.
Many.
We're live and direct Box Out FM. Man like Deadly Hunta in the place. Don't know star. How's it going, my brother?
Everything's nice. Thank you very much, Diggy. Thank you for having me back here again.
Welcome back. It's been about 4 years. I think you were last year, 2013. You did a India tour. You went to Pune and Delhi. Last night you played in Bombay. How's Bombay, man?
Bombay was live. As they say, it was lit, Diggy. You know, the vibes was really 100%. You know, we loved it. I loved it.
And we love your performance. That's why we had to have you back. People in India need to witness Deadly Hunta. He's live and direct tonight. And we're so happy to have you on our show today. And we're going to go through some of your music that you've been doing for the last few years, your new material, which is right here. And we're also going to talk about how you all started. So why don't we just give a little introduction to the people who don't know Deadly Hunta, a little brief about how it all began.
Yes, well, I started off in the sound system culture myself, really. Like, I had a big influence from my parents, who were really big into the reggae music as well. So they were always playing like Bob Marley and Burning Spear and even jazz as well. So I had a really big influence from there. Moved on to the sound system stuff. A lot of West Indian guys are in the UK, in my area. We had our own sound system. We were following sound systems like Saxon and Coxon with Daddy Freddy, Tenor Fly, Tipper Irie, Papa Levi and those guys. So those were our idols of the time. And it kind of just generated from there, really. Moved into working on some hip-hop stuff, went through like the little jungle phase as well, and it's kind of led to this moment here where, you know, the internet has kind of sprung the reggae scene right up front now, and everybody around the world is embracing it, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, man. So you said your parents are Jamaican descent, of course, and you said Jamaican and
Guyanese, Guyana, man.
So you got into early sound system days in the 90s. That's what got you into reggae and dancehall. I think you remember mentioning to me that one of your biggest inspirations was Bounty Killer at the time, right? And then you made your way to Jamaica, and then things really started changing for you, right? I mean, what was that? What was Jamaica like when you first went there?
It was like the biggest inspiration for me when I went to Jamaica. Like, and at that moment of time, like Bounty Killer had just like become the biggest thing in Jamaica when I first went there, and I was there for like 7 months. So it was a big influence on me, and that's even how my name was influenced, because I wanted something that sounded like Bounty Killer, and so I actually went for Deadly Hunta. That's where I got the name from. But like the whole experience there really taught me a lot about how to format my music, and about the voice that you need to use within reggae music as well. And like it was a big teaching ground for me. So yeah, I think that was the biggest learning point for me while I was in Jamaica.
So we'll go back to your earlier stuff in a bit. Let's talk about your new album, which just came out. This is right here, Supa Heru. We want to talk about a little bit about this and when this came about, how it came about.
Supa Heru was, you know, I'm very much into the Egyptian side of things. So I study a lot about Egypt and a lot about black history as well. So basically, like looking through the black history, I found out that Heru, which is where the word hero comes from, was actually a deity in the Egyptian culture. And, you know, basically, he was like a hero, and he done many things, the same like you would see somebody like Jesus done many things. He was respected in that kind of way. So I got the name from there. So I took Supa Heru, and basically in Egypt, what they speak about is these things that we may look at, some of the prophets that they speak of having these powers. It was something that everybody was able to attain these powers. So basically this album, each track is really inspiring in some way for yourself to be able to be the best that you can be, and to be able to reach certain standards and heights which maybe you don't even know that you can reach to. So it's meant to be a very inspirational, uplifting album.
So I think we should kick it off with the track which you made, the video which you made in Delhi last time you were, just to let people know. So the next track we're going to play is called Can't You See. It's off the album Supa Heru. The video is out already, came out last year. This was shot in 2013 when you came to India the first time in New Delhi. So we're going to kick it off with that track right now, Can't You See.
Have you ever been in it? With the youth, so I suffer every day, my heart to bleed. Can't you see the trials and tribulations we're facing? And things is getting worse every day. Can't you see the heads of government need replacing? There's got to be a better way. Oh yeah. Me a cry for the ghetto youths when I no food for heat. Live in the streets where things no sweet, them now no bed, no sheets. Can't even find no shoes or sneakers, flip up on them feet. Them deprive how them survive would make your food repeat. Politicians them turn them head to them no want for seat. Every day they use them die but them no lose no sleep. Still them increase the price of living, not that thing not cheap. And left the youths them a weep. Can't you see the trials and tribulations we're facing? And things is getting worse every day. Can't you see the heads of government need replacing? There's got to be a better way. Oh yeah. Them on the line, the government says them committing crime. That's why me nah go shut me mouth until them all resign. Cause them a hypocrite and then they think me nah go join. How do we see the youths them suffer and go on like them blind? The powers of the most side them go undermine. Which one of them could have ever stop the hands of time? Them pull we down one time, them see the youths a climb. Them out of them mind. Can't you see the trials and tribulations we're facing? And things is getting worse every day. Can't you see the heads of government need replacing? There's got to
suffering, but still them stalling. No wonder the youths on the roadside brawling. Them want with it jump and falling, but right now me ready to go keep them walling. The revolution army are mauling, the monster is calling.
Can't you see the trials and tribulations we're facing? And things is getting worse every day. Can't you see the heads of government need replacing? There's got to be a better way. Oh yeah. Have you ever been in need? The youths who are suffer every day, my heart to bleed.
Can't You See? Off the latest album, Supa Heru. So, tell us a bit more about this song and the video when it was released. How was the reception? Because it was shot in India. Did anyone, like, what was the response of that?
Like, it really came together really well because, like, you know, the subject of the song was really talking about, like, poor people and how poor people can rise themselves up as well, and the corruption of the system. So it really fitted with the atmosphere of India because, you know, you can see a lot of sufferation happening here, and it really done justice for the song. So it actually went out on Reggaeville, and it really received massive kind of publicity, and it done really good. It done really good for me, yeah, so it done well.
So what else on the album is coming up next? I saw a video for Move, right? With Solo Banta and everyone. Was that the second single off the album? Okay.
And I'm just working actually on another video while I'm here.
Oh yes. With the same crew, with Ziggy Blunt, who worked on your first video in Delhi alongside Zorav Shukla with One Dunya, but you're working. What are you gonna reveal the tune for us?
It's gonna be Live, Love, Life.
Wow. You think we should play that? Yeah, let's run that tune. So this might be the next video for your from this album, and it could be shot in Delhi. This is all hypothetical, but we're hoping for that if you have the time.
More love.
Don't bow down, don't sin. For real, this one we have to win. Conscious thoughts from me heart, that's what me want. So listen to the words what me sing. Yo, when there's a will, there's a way. So don't go astray on the righteous path, you fi stay. Every day you fi pray, to find a better way. In the end you'll see it shall pay. From you cleaning your heart and cleaning your thoughts, don't watch what people want say. As you reap what you sow, that you for know. My top rate I can show them straight. Yo, so live love life, and never be afraid. Live love life. Good things shall come your way. Live love life, and never go astray. Live love life. Live clean and be humble. Don't take life for granted. Every word from your mouth, that a seed where you planted. One do things for those in need of help and stranded. Babylon I live life as a bandit. No wonder the poorer class them can't stand it. But still we have to rise. We not compromise. Export them the skies. Yo, where there's a will, there's a way. So don't go astray on the righteous path. You fi stay. Every day you fi pray. We find a better way. In the end you'll see it shall pay. From you cleaning your heart and cleaning your thoughts, don't watch what people want say. Cause you reap what you sow, that you feel know. Much love we got go show them straight. Yo, so live love life, and never be afraid. Live love life. Good things shall come your way. Live love life, and never go astray. Live love life. Well, if you look from within, then you'll never be without. Be cautious of the food you put in your mouth. Mind control is what I'm talking about. Babylon has spilled blood like water from spout. The truth make you cry, it make you scream and shout. In a school, them not teach the youths them now. In the most time, it trust no doubt. From Babylon, I must come out. Now, where there's a will, there's a way. So don't go astray on the righteous path, you fi stay. Every day you fi pray to find a better way. In the end, you'll see it shall pay.
From your cleaning your heart and cleaning your thought. Don't watch what people want say. Cause you reap what you sow, and that you say no. Much love for you, go show them straight. Yo, so live love, love life, and never be afraid. Live love, love life. Good things shall come your way. Live love, love life, and never go astray. Live love, love life. Well, I'm rising my Kundalini energy to defeat and extinguish the enemy. If we don't, then I know we'll be never free. Mind control them a use so we'll never see. Open your pineal gland, make your mind expand. There's so much to be seen when the eye is one. I know who I am, I know where I'm from, and I know which part I belong. Now, where there's a will, there's a way. So don't go astray on the righteous path, you'll stay. Every day you'll pray, to find a better way. In the end you'll see it shall fail. From your cleaning your heart and cleaning your thought. Don't watch what people want say. Cause you reap what you sow, and that you feel know. Much love with that go show them straight. Yo, so live love, love life, and never be afraid. Live love, love life. Good things shall come your way. Live love, love life, and never go astray. Live love.
Great song.
Love life.
Live love, love life. Look out for the music video real soon. What you said, Deadly Hunta. So I wonder, quick before I play the next tune, I want to talk about some of your pivotal points in your music career, and one of them was this song called "Talk Out Loud." Can you just tell everyone about that song?
Yes, Talk Out Loud was a song which I done with a group called Catch 22, a producer, Prashant, who has also got an Indian background, and it was really like an icebreaker for me, especially in the UK scene, because it was recognized by a lot of the local DJs who were like doing big things at the time, like Rodney P and Skits and these kind of guys who were playing on Radio 1 Extra. And they invited me into Radio 1 Extra. I was doing the song live there, and it gave me a great exposure. And also some other tracks from the album that I was doing with Catch 22 and Prash were featured on one of their albums, like on Skits' album, Homegrown Volume 2. So I ended up doing a tour around the UK and stuff, and it gave me like big exposure. We also done a video for the song, which was on MTV Base for 6 weeks. It was on a soccer channel, which was playing over the skills part of the soccer channel as well. So it gained major exposure. It done really good for me. Yeah, and it kind of crossed me into like the hip hop scene as well, because these DJs were kind of more hip hop based. So it got me into the hip hop scene as well. So yeah, man.
Well, talking about hip hop scene, the very first dubplate you recorded for us was "Talk Out Loud." And we did it on a hip-hop rhythm because it got that hip-hop vibe. So we're going to play that. It's an exclusive Reggae Rajah dubplate time. This one's called "Talk Out Loud." Go start this.
Reggae Rajahs! Yeah, India's first reggae sound system straight out of New Delhi. You don't know the flex them can't give vex. Original ragamuffin sound. Man like Diggy Dang, man like Mr. Herbalist, aka General Zeus, and DJ Mo City. What a pity. You know what I can tell them? Who the damn are you to say Rajahs is a wannabe? Maybe it's because you know so that them are gonna be smoking mad blunt, sexy girl sipping Hennessy, ripping up the stage from Montreal to Tennessee. Being around the world and I am hotter than I'm deadly, but to me metaphorically. Zooming in my lyrics like I deal with astrology, using psychology with them verbal technology. Back up like chronology, yes, without no apology. Fresh chromatology with the street terminology. Chemistry category with lyrical strategy. It's not my analogy, but them send me a prodigy. Musical history causing lyrics hypnology. First them a quality and we style them a novelty. Subject reality and much never formality. That's why the rich them additors. So, that the chat behind my back. Talk out loud, make me hear what's what. Oh, I represent Reggae Rajahs, don't forget. Man from New Delhi, one bus a shot. Well, that the chat behind my back. Talk out loud, make me hear what's what. Oh, I represent Diggy Dang, don't forget. Man from New Delhi, one bus a. Well, better be listening, cause no style will be christening. Yeah, he no listening, cause them tune they be glistening. Lyrics and thundering, just like Alice them wondering. Swatch them like Mandarin with the phrases I'm conjuring. Nuta come scattering like a pen, a glass shattering. Sexy go flattering, little more bedroom battering. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Time we arriving in, and no time for close ironing. Lexus we're driving in, and jacuzzi we're diving in. Masking no dressing in, fast the hotel we're resting in. That's the specimen of the life we be messing in. Dreams can come true. Niggas be tapping into a style it be happening. Don't you be clapping into the way we be rapping in. Motor we flowering, well overpowering. That's why the rich them mad at us. So, that's the trap behind my back. Talk out loud, make me hear what's what. Who I represent, Reggae Rajahs, don't forget. Mr. Herbalist, go and bust a shot. Well, that's the trap behind my back. Talk out loud, make me hear what's what. Who I represent, Reggae Rajahs, don't forget. DJ Mo City, go and bust a shot. Well, mad at us, sick of us, show his style is so vigorous. Covers notorious, now them bitches want more of us. School with us, two of us in the Mercedes minibus. Half of us, that's so much fun, don't make me get followers. Muck with us, rock with us, but you shouldn't not fuck with us. Tourists and look with us, so you run out to luck with us. Flex with us, sex with us, but don't vex with us. Run with us, gun with us, fun with us, but don't fun with us. High with us, fly with us, tie with us, but don't try with us. Chill with us, kill with us, pill with us, but don't tell with us. Talk with us, walk with us, talk with us, but don't laugh with us. Star with us, spar with us, plow with us, but don't wow with us. Go with us, flow with us, glow with us, and make go with us. Be with us, see with us, free with us, and bunch tree with us. Hang with us, gang with us, bang with us, but don't prank with us. So why the heck are them mad at us? So, that's a trap behind my back. Talk out loud, make me hear what's what. Oh, I represent Reggae Rajahs, don't forget. Man from India, go and bust a shot.
Yeah, okay. Well, you know, it's a phenomenon, you know. Yeah, man. The way the ghetto youth stay alive and strive in the ghetto, you know. It's strive, it's life. Try. Simple.
What a phenomenon. The ghetto youths living on and on. Them think we're done, but around you're wrong. Them think we're weak, but are strong, we're strong. Yeah. What a phenomenon. The ghetto youths living on and on. Them think we're done, but around you're wrong. Them think we're weak, but are strong, we're strong. Yeah. 2 plus 3 mouth feeding. And baby mama breathing. Who knows this life that we're leading? For the youths in the slums I'm pleading. More love them needing. Instead of this war and grieving. In yourself keep believing. And you'll be achieving. What a phenomenon. The ghetto youths living on and on. Them think we're done but around you're wrong. Them think we're weak but are strong, we're strong. Yeah, what a phenomenon. The ghetto youths living on and on. Them think we're done but around you're wrong. Them think we're weak but are strong, we're strong. Yeah, mama vex because she got empty purse. And it look like things are get really worse. She a hope and a pray that time reverse. Every Sunday she no miss one from church. So tell me who feels the pain and hurt. And tell me how much her life is worth. Politicians see we struggle, turn around and split. It's like they want to see we under the dirt. What a phenomenon. The ghetto youths living on and on. Them think we're done but around you're wrong. Them think we're weak but are strong, we're strong. Yeah, what a phenomenon. The ghetto youths living on and on. Them think we're done but around you're wrong. Them think we're weak but are strong, we're strong. Yeah. Sometimes me have to wonder how the youths them survive. Unemployment at its worst. There's no 9 to 5. Corrupt governments, not a thing them provide. We a suffer while in a 5-star them reside. Lack of money, lack of food, sometimes it's hard to avoid. So excuse me if sometimes I might get denied. There's people with traits and inclined. Me still not giving, but to me that's a void. What a phenomenon. The ghetto youths living on and on. Them think we're done but around you're wrong. Them think we're weak but are strong, we're strong. Yeah, what a phenomenon. The ghetto youths living on and on. Them think we're done but around you're wrong. Them think we're weak but are strong, we're strong. Yeah.
What a great tune.
Phenomenon.
It's a phenomenon.
Ghetto youths living on.
Deadly Hunta off his new cut.
But around you're wrong. Them think we're strong, we're strong. Yeah, what a phenomenon. The ghetto youths living on and on. Them think we're done, but around you're wrong.
Yes, New Delhi. Make sure you turn up tonight. Raasta, Raggadub Festival. Deadly Hunta be tearing it up right now. But Deadly, so tell us a little bit about your future endeavors and the projects that you've been taking over your time right now.
Okay, so like of recently now, I don't know if you've heard about the big thing that's going on in the UK with the Afrobeat scene. You got a lot of guys like J Hus and Gecko and all of these guys who are really pushing like the hip hop Afrobeat kind of style really strong. And so I'm doing a project like this at the moment. I'm working with a couple of producers, one from Austria, C Black, and another one I've been working with from Czech Republic, Coco Man Productions. And I've just put like 6 tracks together so far. I'm putting together a 10-track album, but it's all on this Afrobeat kind of style at the moment. My kids are like big influences on me, you know, and every time they get in my car, they jump in there and they're like putting on all of the latest kind of stuff. So it's really had an influence on me. And, you know, when I listen to a lot of the styles which they're using in there, although it's like the British hip hop scene, they're using a lot of old reggae melodies. You know, they're using a lot of melodies from guys like I Wayne and people from this kind of era, which is really good, you know. So that's one project I'm working on. I've got another project where 10 of the tracks which are done on this Supa Heru album have been remixed into jungle style. So yeah, some guys from Austria called as well, called Jungle Raiders. They've remixed 10 of my tracks. We just got like 1 track to go now, and then the rest of them have been mastered. 1 more left to master. Then that project is ready to go. So early next year, you're gonna hear about that. We've got a label also who want to push that project as well. So it's very productive, very good at the moment. And apart from the music, I'm actually, I don't know, you must know, I'm always into my health thing, always doing my juicing, always putting up some videos about me doing something, vegan challenge and all of these things. I've just put out some superfoods with a friend of mine, Tracy Morgan, and yeah, we're kind of pushing that at the moment. The name of the company is Health Conscious UK. We've just put out the first 6 products, which are moringa is one of them, spirulina is another, you've got yellow maca, you've got red maca, and you've got chaga, which is a mushroom from Siberia, and we've got it in the chunks and we've got it as a powder as well. So they're the first 6 things that we're working on, and yeah, we've got some tinctures in the works as well. So, you know, things are just getting really good, and it's going to be a good 2018.
Really good, really productive. Big up yourself, and good luck for all your future endeavors. I'm really looking forward to the work you do on those Afro beats, because that's something which I'm really digging, and we're playing a lot of that in our DJ sets these days. So yeah, I can understand why you go in that direction. Just quickly though, like in the UK, how does one perceive Deadly Hunta in the UK? Are you a jungle artist or a hip hop artist or a reggae sound artist?
That's kind of the challenge that I'm facing now as an artist, is that many people don't know where to they can't pigeonhole me. And in one aspect, I'm glad about that. And in another aspect, I'm not so glad about it, because it can make my work difficult sometimes, because I might go somewhere and the people might really know me for, say, Ganja Man, the jungle song, which is quite big for me. And they're expecting to hear more of a jungle show. And I go there, maybe, you know, my show is very varied. So I would do some jungle, I would do some hip hop, I would do more reggae dancehall usually, but you know, I'm able to cater for all of them. So I don't really even like to pigeonhole myself. I like people to know that I'm an artist which is versatile and I can deal with all of them. And I think this is why I get a lot of work in Eastern Europe, because Eastern Europe is a place that when you go there, you can be in one show, do one dance, and you can change the different genres of music, and the people appreciate all of them in at that one time. Whereas, like, I would say in the UK, it's more different. If somebody's into like dancehall reggae, they're gonna go to a reggae dancehall show, and they're not expecting to hear any jungle. And 9 times out of 10, if they do hear it, it's gonna be like not really respected so much, you know. So yeah, it's quite difficult, but I'm versatile. I'm a hip hop, I'm reggae, I'm jungle, you know, I'm even commercial pop, you know, I'm an artist. Yeah,
I respect that. That's why we have you here in India, because we want to show your versatility to the rest of this nation, and see, you know, you're a talented person. I'm really looking forward to see what you have, and from the last time you came here, and like the kind of energy you bring. So I'm gonna drop one more dub plate, because we're playing that Stop That Train rhythm. We're gonna play Stop that sound, dubplate style.
Reggae Rajahs! We don't know, say you is the original killing machine from out of Delhi, India. Some guys for know that. Base Foundation! Oh my gosh, Delhi Saturdays! You don't know, say we don't deal with hate, but some soundboy gonna die. You don't know, dubplate gonna fly. Okay, I mean, man, original Deadly Hunta says so. Man like Diggy Dang, man like Mouse City, man like General Zeus, Siggy B Lights. Now I'm gonna look and tell them, say this is original sound clash. Tell them to line up the soundboy killing. Get your one dead and I'm able and willing. Reggae Rajahs don't rock, we don't play. Disrespect your little sound dead today. Tell them it's a dubplate killing. Soundboy killing. Can't sound for free, got no time for chilling. Reggae Rajahs don't rock, we don't play. Disrespect your little sound dead today. Yo, back them up in Reggae Rajahs under the microphone. X amount of style and fashion, I go lick them down. Cause them lyrical style with flash gun in the operation. Them a bigger themself and thing and ask no question. From a sound disrespect, we change your old future plan. Nobody can bigger your chest before we draw with weapon. Back at the muffin, Reggae Rajahs wicked and awesome. Puffy circle on top of the rhythm, that's out a whole pan. We did Japan sound from we a young man. Like Eddie Murphy, we are the chosen one. The way we used to DJ like say we the old gun. When we pick up the microphone, it's like the DJ them a run. But remember, they give me the inspiration. But some of the DJs nowadays, them a gone like them a done. We come for tell them style and them conversation. Left a dibby sound boy like a junk pan. Tell them to line up the soundboy killing. That you want it, then I'm able and willing. Reggae Rajahs don't run, we don't play. Disrespect your little sound dead today. Tell them it's a dubplate filling. Soundboy killing. Can't sound for free, got no time for chilling. Reggae Rajahs don't run, we don't play. Disrespect your little sound dead today. Well, listen to this to the youth, to the miss, to the listen to popular living. Because of the women, they come with the dance, I'm out of the ram dance today. The fiction in the track is fact and that's reality. I put it pass on them, one of the street, that's smoke the Charlie. But the youth, them know we're smashing up them body. From them heart, them living them loud and back to them kidney. Then they call up the that them have to cold turkey. Look at them up in Reggae Rajahs about the waist with my name with the one face. Lose with shame, pride and dignity. Cover them by your gold chops, a wood, lip, a jewelry. So when they come with them and chat, we cut the trash and ready. Like a muffin, Reggae Rajahs ready. Authority, that's why we pick up the microphone and chat without no mercy. How some of the DJs get to the top nowadays a mystery. When they come to the microphone for chat out, nobody. To entertain the people, that's our duty. Tell them to line up the soundboy killing. That you want it, then I'm able and willing. Reggae Rajahs don't ramp, we don't play. Disrespect your little sound dead today. Tell them it's a dubplate spilling. Soundboy killing. Can't sound for free, got no time for chilling. Reggae Rajahs don't ramp, we don't play. Disrespect your little sound dead today. Legal like regal, take it away.
Special dubplate from Deadly Hunta, recorded 4 years ago. Just prior to our sound clash with Base Foundation. That's why the custom ran in the beginning. That was fun times. Alright, we're gonna play a couple more tunes from your album. This one, the next track is the Supa Heru. It's the title track of the album. We're gonna rock that and see how it goes on. This is in the hip hop style. You got something like this.
I'm a superhero. I'm a superhero. I'm a superhero. I'm a superhero.
I believe I can fly. Black Superman flying through the sky. I believe that I'll never die. I'm serious, this ain't no lie. I'm a superhero, ancient Egyptian pharaoh. Watch your ground zero. Ew, up in your sphere now. Shit's up in the air now. Don't got nothing to fear now. Me can't less than care now. But the eagle and the dragon and bear now. 40 days and 40 nights. Now no water, now no lights. All my arrows turn on your lights. We're engaged in spiritual fights. 40 days and 40 nights. Now no water, now no lights. All my arrows turn on your lights. We're engaged in spiritual fights. I believe I can fly. Black Superman flying through the sky. I believe that I'll never die. I'm serious, this ain't no lie. Things couldn't get any worse. Bob Marley say Exodus, so don't try vex with us.
and don't try mess with us. Now tell me about your cross. Now tell me about your lies. Bloodshed holy wars that don't get no applause. 40 days and 40 nights. Now no water, now no lights. All my heroes turn on your lights. We're engaged in spiritual fights. 40 days and 40 nights. Now no water, now no lights. All my heroes turn on your lights. We're engaged in spiritual fights. I believe, I believe, I believe I can fly. Black Superman flying through the sky. I believe that I'll never die. I'm serious, this ain't no lie. We're moving from physical into the spiritual. I say it's natural, some say it's a miracle. Babylon now want we reach to a pinnacle. That's why they want feel like we in them cage like criminal. It's phenomenal, them use with subliminal. Them take out the mineral, infect we with chemical. Them an animal, that's why make it radical. Me I go done them literal. Yo, I believe I can fly. Black Superman flying through the sky. I believe that I'll never die. I'm serious, this ain't no lie. I believe I can fly. Black Superman flying through the sky. I believe that.
That's the title track. Supa Heru.
I'm
Deadly Hunta.
This ain't no lie.
So yeah, let's talk a little about the early days. You know, after you went to Jamaica, you got some inspiration. You came back to the UK. You felt your ground. You felt like what you were doing. You had a purpose. You went on tour with Buju Banton in '96.
A couple of shows, supported him on a couple of shows, yeah.
And then, what was the journey after that? You started a group called Coalition. Maybe you can talk a little bit about your first breakthrough single and how it all began for you.
Well, in fact, I'm not sure if I told you that even before the Coalition, I had a song which was released by a company called Just Listen. A friend of mine, Marga G, he was like a teacher for me as well. He introduced me to a guy who was working in Island Records but had started an independent company. So he actually we put a single together called CID. We went outside Scotland Yard and took the picture for the album of the CD cover and stuff like that. And basically what they done was they sent me to Jamaica to do 5 tracks with Bobby Digital because I had a good link from my family in Jamaica with Bobby Digital. So I went over there and I done my 5 tracks with them and with Bobby Digital, and I was there for 4 months. And when I came back to UK, the company had gone bust and they'd spent too much money and they didn't really even have money to be able to deal with the project for me either. So I just ended up with these 5 tracks, and especially at that time it wasn't so easy as it is now in the music industry, especially in the UK. There wasn't the avenues that we have now. The internet wasn't as vibrant as it is now. So basically what happened is that I met a lady who was working for Aphrodite and Mickey Finn, who are big in the jungle world, and she gave me the music that I had, the acapellas and the actual tracks to these DJs, and was asking them advice and stuff. And basically Aphrodite liked one of the acapellas that I had, Ganja Man, and he remixed it into like the jungle style. And it was actually released in 2002, and it's up to today now. It's one of my biggest tunes, and it's one of the reasons why I travel so much is because of that song, especially in Eastern Europe. But previous to that happening, this manager that was managing us, we built a crew together called the Coalition, and it was half hip hop and a half reggae crew. 6 guys that was doing hip hop and 3 guys that was doing the ragga dancehall kind of stuff. So we came together. Built the group Coalition, and this woman was promoting us. She took us to America. We done a show in Columbus, Ohio, with another friend of mine, Rudy Ritchie, came and DJ'd for us, and we actually got onto the John Peel show. And if anybody knows about John Peel, he's very legendary, really respected DJ from Radio 1, who was known for really bussing artists, as we call it, you bust an artist, for making an artist get exposure and get big. So it really was a big turning point for us. That's at this point is when we realized that we could actually take this thing to like the heights which we'd kind of dreamt of. And you know, there's so many of us, 9 of us in this crew. It just happened that as time went on, everybody kind of had different ideas about where they wanted the group to go, which was a sad thing because we'd come so far together. And for this reason, we ended up splitting up. And the hip-hop crew went their way. They were called Cypher 6 and started doing their thing. And we were called Much Love together. We went forward and started to do our thing as well. And, you know, it was just kind of a struggle from there. None of us was really getting too far in it. And at this time, leading up to 2002, when the song actually got released, the Ganja Man song, there was really nothing really happening. I was traveling around with my friends, doing shows sometimes for free. I was getting some shows still from Skits and Rodney P, but I wasn't really able to make a living from the music at that stage. So I was struggling doing part-time work at the same time, and still concentrating on the studio. I had 2 children at the time as well. So I was under a lot of pressure in those days. But as time moved on now, I think like the internet scene really opened up the market in Europe now and really gave them the possibility of hearing a lot of artists and unknown artists. And it was at this point where I started to get a lot of attention from people in Europe, promoters and stuff. And by this time now, I'd gone on to working with the guy Prash from Catch 22, who released my first album, Speak My Mind. And we've done a lot of projects together. And like we spoke about earlier, we put out the Talk Out Loud video. So people in Europe started to see all of these things from me. And I started to get some shows. I was going to Denmark and I was going to France a lot. I met a guy called Selector Cab who was DJing for General Levy at the time. And he saw my show and he was like, Deadly, I love your show. I would love to invite you to come to France and do some shows. So I started going there, and in fact, I went there for 18 months. Every month, he would have a different show for me in some different area, and I'd go there and perform. And the funny thing is that I was never really into jungle or drum and bass. Although I had this song that had been remixed in that style, I didn't really know how popular the song was. So when I started to go into Europe and perform my songs, I didn't even have this instrumental because it wasn't even the music that really interested me. What I was realizing was after every show that I'd done, people were saying like, oh, we really love your show, Deadly, but why didn't you do the Ganja Man song? That's why we came to your show, to hear the Ganja Man. And then I realized, wow, the people really, that's the song that the people really know me for. They knew Talk Out Loud, but the Ganja Man is something that a lot of these guys had grew up on, because at the time when it was released, this jungle and the drum and bass scene in that part of Europe had really got big, was just getting big, whereas in the UK it kind of died down. So it was quite fortunate for me. I went back to UK, I contacted Aphrodite, I said, can you send me the instrumental because people are going crazy over this song and I need to perform it. And since then, like, it's just, the rest is like history. Like every show I do, I have to perform the Ganja Man song. And Talk Out Loud has become the same way now as well. And it's just brought me to this point here. Diggy. Yeah.
We'll definitely catch a little live performance of yours at the end of the show. We'll just go into your album again. Why don't we play, I think, Move. That's the other video which you released. Let's do that one. This one's Move from Supa Heru. Deadly Hunta, Gusto.
Didn't I tell you I was coming back? So why you look at me like it's a surprise that I'm back? I tell you I'm coming back and now I'm back. I know you're looking at me like it's a surprise I'm back. I am ancient, I am from the beginning of time. I am coming back. I told you straight that I am coming back. And now I'm back. I'm ancient, way before the Greeks, Pythagoras. I roll with my smoke dogs, solo and valorous. Some mad at us, just because we're stars, them hazardous. I'm back from the dead like Jesus from Nazareth. And it's not just me, there's a bag of us. Before you see we're coming, smell the scent of the cannibals. We're coming many styles and calibers, crossing over borders, extending parameters. Match house, cleaning up shit like a janitor. Match house, firing on 54 cylinders, surrounded by 54 gorillas, preaching the words of some ancient Egypt philosophers. Can't see the truth? Then you might need binoculars. Babylon a try for suck with blood like joculars. All stars, but you can call my crew the spectaculars. We're out of this world, it's miraculous.
What did you think was going to happen? I told you I was coming back to get what is rightfully mine. I know you're looking at me like a surprise. Did you think I would just disappear like a thief in the night? When I tell you I will return, that means I will return. When I say I'm coming back, that means I am coming back. And now I want what is rightfully mine.
I'm legal like regal, ridiculous like evil, Knievel, spreading only love to the people. Me and my small dogs roll through like a vehicle, performing such wonders and miracles. I had 7 visions like Ezekiel. 1, we were equal. 2, we eradicated evil. And all of the powers that were handed back down to the people. 3, and the key was at Westminster Cathedral. 4, House of Parliament was crushed like a weevil, and Buckingham Palace was declared as a state of upheaval. 5, ganja farmers were legal. 6, all diseases were curable like cancer and measles. And 7, on earth there was heaven. We broke down the chains and the shackles of them lodge and religion. This is not no tell-lie vision. The victory was ours, Armageddon.
Have you been paying attention? I am talking some serious things. Make sure your ears are cut open wide. This is not no television. This is reality with a real vision. I told you that I'm coming to set the record straight. We're not taking no beat. The fire blaze.
My generator resonate, my energy, my whole crew's impeccable, surpassing the pedigree. Old school coming from the 60s and 70s, maturing with time like the finest, the cheddar cheese. My degree's 10 plus 23, deities from Egypt reside in my chemistry. So don't undermine my ability of access to codes to escape this facility. Matrix or play tricks, illusions and fake chicks. One fix or done you like Amy or Hendrix. Burst like appendix, hypnosis 666. Obsessed with the follies that represent big dicks. Casting a spells, black magic and white witch. Open your mind and you might see the slight glitch. Those who have ears, let them hear. Like dogs with the sixth sense that tune into sounds of a high pitch.
Move your chinwa. Move your
Tune can't move.
chinwa.
We're gonna squeeze one more from the album
Chinwa. Move your
before we drop some exclusive
chinwa.
dubplates.
Chinwa.
Live performance by Deadly Hunta himself.
Chinwa. Move your chinwa.
This next one's called As Far As I Can See.
Well, you know, only you can decide what you're gonna be or what you're not gonna be in life, you know? It comes from within. It's your destiny. It's your choice, you know? You can't blame anybody for the things that happen in your life.
As far as I can see, I'm gonna be what I wanna be. I've reached my destiny, 'cause I know what's best for me. As far as I can see, I'm gonna be what I wanna be. I've reached my destiny, 'cause I know what's best for me.
As I look to the window, I search in my mind every bridge that I've crossed, every mountain I've climbed. I pray to the Father to show me a sign, 'cause it's He that controls every second of time. I shall not resign, I refuse to do crime. I have fear that someday, like the sun, I shall shine. Be sure I'm mature like the finest of wine. From behind to the front till I reach to my prime.
As far as I can see, I'm gonna be what I wanna be. I've reached my destiny, 'cause I know what's best for me. As far as I can see, I'm gonna be what I wanna be. I've reached my destiny, 'cause I know what's best for me.
Progression, it comes when time I nurture my talent. Any obstacle in my way, me stand tough like cement. Look at my past and look at my future, clearly it's so evident. Every negative I occurred, it was so relevant. Reaching my goals and targets in a life nobody can prevent. Only you can stifle yourself, this is my argument. What you put in, you're gonna get out, and that's so apparent. Live on the walls of my feet, yeah, this is document.
As far as I can see, I'm gonna be what I wanna be. I've reached my destiny, destiny, 'cause I know what's best for me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. They tried their best to break me down. What goes around comes back around. Don't take me for a clown. I've seen them come, I've seen them go. Just plant the seed, it's bound to grow. And then you reap what you have sown. Only God knows. As far as I can see, I'm gonna be what I wanna be. I've reached my destiny, 'cause I know what's best for me. As far as I can see, I'm gonna be what I wanna be. I've reached my destiny, 'cause I know what's best for me. As far as I can see, I'm gonna be what I wanna be. I've reached my destiny, 'cause I know what's best for me. As far as I can see, I'm gonna be what I wanna be.
As far as I can see, Deadly Hunta in a pure reggae style. So has this album it's out in Europe, it's out across the world. How's your music perceived in Jamaica? Is there like a response for the music you play?
You know, I think that's the struggle that we face as like British artists, is really getting the music kind of recognized and played in Jamaica. Damalistic, who this is his label, who I bought this out on, Roots Survival label, and most of the tracks on there are actually produced by Damalistic. He's got like very good links in Jamaica, and he has a lot of Jamaican artists who perform on his rhythms. So some of these rhythms are like ones where they got several artists on each rhythm, and they were being played in Jamaica. So there was a couple which he let me know that the people were playing them and they was like getting into them as well. But it is difficult, I think, for the British artists or anywhere outside of Jamaica for them to really be able to get their music played over there. And for me, I kind of look at Europe and the rest of the world as my more market than Jamaica, but it is somewhere that I need to go and conquer.
Have you performed there before?
I performed there many years ago, yes, like over 10 years ago.
You've also performed in the U.S. What about U.S.? That was with the Wu-Tang and Ice-T.
No, that was when I was in Wu-Tang and U-Tang, with Ice-T and Wu-Tang, that was in the UK. The same lady that I'm talking about that was managing us, she had a booking agency, so she booked a lot of American artists, and we were able to support them as well also. But to the US, I went to the US in Columbus, Ohio, and I performed there, and we supported, I forget the name, it's quite a big group as well, a hip-hop group, Supernaturals, that's it as well, we supported those, and it was a really big show, like it was really good, yeah, but that was the only time I performed in the US, yeah.
So now you have to conquer Asia. I think that's the next step for you, right? Because, yeah, I mean, you're starting with India, where we have to get you across, Southeast Asia. All right, so we got about 8 minutes left. I'm going to bust one exclusive Reggae Rajah track, dub play, which you recorded for us 4 years ago. This is the tune which everyone knows you for. It's Ganja Man. This is a Reggae Rajah exclusive. And then right after that, we're going to do one live performance by Deadly Hunta. And other than that, we will see you tonight in Delhi, Raggadub, Raasta. All right, but this is the exclusive dub plate style.
Reggae Rajahs, right. Yeah, the #1 foundation sound from out of India, Delhi. They should know, yeah. Man like Diggy Dang, yeah. Man like DJ Mo City, right. The one like General Zeus, and the one like Ziggy B. B-Lights, you don't know the flex, them can't get me vex. Hey, me man, original Deadly Hunta upon them case again. Let me look and tell them. Toward the sound them on the north, Reggae Rajahs them a smoke dog, smoke dog, smoke dog. Toward the sound them on the east, Reggae Rajahs them a smoke dog, smoke dog, smoke dog. Toward the sound them on the south, Reggae Rajahs them a smoke dog, smoke dog, smoke dog. Toward the sound them on the west, Reggae Rajahs them a smoke dog, smoke dog, smoke dog. Reggae Rajahs, Reggae Rajahs, Reggae Rajahs, Reggae Rajahs, Reggae Rajahs, Reggae Rajahs, Reggae Rajahs. Reggae Rajahs them a smoke dog. Give we off a log, saying propaganda catalog. Another weed them a camouflage. The police search, figure put weapon jacks charge. So them want some we done a code, so we just a boat. Them a rush we like the cock report. Jump and we have to take a boat and a raincoat. England and a Dover port. Cali weed we a unload, ready for the road. Reggae Rajahs Rogers reload, so yeah, me man. Original Deadly Hunta upon your case again. Ganja man, ganja man, ganja man reload, so yeah, yeah. It's like that for real, Original Reggae Rajahs, the #1 sound from out of India. I mean, man, original Deadly Hunta says so. Okay, legal like regal. You don't know the flex, them can't go with vex. Yeah, yeah. I'm at the look and tell them, say, yo, ganja man. Straight out and up here. One ganja pipe we you smoke on the party. Just one habit's what we get from Raggadub. Smoking the weed what me get from the valley. Cali, me not go dilly no dally. Under the Guinness me get pally. With the gas Sally, she want run rally. She want style Reggae Rajahs for your wally. No way! Legal like regal, never sticky like treacle. Okay.
All right, Trevor.
Big up all the massive
Deadly Hunta.
You don't know it's nice.
Your turn now. Take over.
Yeah, big up all the massive from Delhi. You don't know the flex and can't get me vex. Me, man. Original Deadly Hunta upon your case again. Yeah. Well, you know, yeah. Life don't easy, you know. Yeah. Sometimes we have to suffer. It's like that. But you know, we have to hustle, you know. Yeah, for real. I'ma look and tell them, say, when you have 4 mouths to feed, Jano, man have to hustle, you know. Hey, Diggy Dang, Reggae Rajahs, you know, I'ma look and tell them, say, yo, hey, I'm a hustler when me touch on the street. Hustler, certain time me no sleep. I'm a hustler, me have 3 mouths to feed. On a check say they get all life sweet. Reggae Rajahs, I'm a hustler. Sometimes me no eat. Hustler, get all lost me for keep. Hustler, so then you rip. Watch out for the police on the beat. Yo, I'm a hustler. Every mickle make a color. Yes, I'm a hustler. A street side juggler. On the street, things not sweeter. Man will bust a heater. Quick time, life get the leader. Figure take your life, so man no follow you like Twitter. In the shit, blood a spill by the liter. You no see it, man no flex like a creature. Just for each, man no kill your señorita. Be discreet, careful of the place you sleep. My brother is not my keeper, so I'm a hustler. When me touch on the street, hustler. Certain time me no sleep, hustler. 3 mouths for feed. On a check said they get all life sweet. Yo, I'm a hustler. Sometimes me no eat. Hustler. Get all lost me for keep. Hustler. So then you reap. Watch out for the police on the beat. Yo, so did you ever take a look which part may come from? Ever look deep into the barrel of a gun? Ever spend one night down in the slum? For see how the youths them a fight over crumbs. Them can't find no job, them can't raise no funds. No wonder that them ready figure shoot out your lungs. Nobody them no spend no picnic grams or your mums. Tell me how comes life is not easy when you live in the slums, fighting for crumbs. Life is not easy when you're there by your ones with your daughter and sons. Life is not easy when you're raised in the slums, surrounded by guns. Life is not easy. Delhi, tell me how comes. Cause I'm a hustler. When me touch on the street, hustler. Certain time me no sleep, hustler. So then you reap. Watch out for the police on the beat. Hey yo, I'm a hustler. Sometimes me no eat, hustler. Get all lost, nothing keep, hustler. So then you reap. Watch out for the police on the. Hey, what's the answer? Certain man on road a gangster. How them tancer? Take your life quicker than cancer. If you have a talent, use it to sing or a dancer. Cause the street them full of predators, killers and monster. Some a mobster, left you deep down like lobster. Coulda win a prison sentence but never an Oscar. Murdering the innocent, it not there on me roster. Certain man coulda done Alaska. So I'm a hustler. When me touch on the street, hustler. Certain time in a
sleep. Hustler, dream out for vid. On a check said they get a life sweet. Reggae Rajahs, I'm a hustler. Sometimes me the heat. Hustler, get all lost, my for keep. Hustler, so then you reap. Watch out for the police by the beat. Yeah.
Big up on the South Star. Bless up. Thank you for blessing up Box Out FM. That was Deadly Hunta. We will see you tonight. You know the place. Raggadub, Raasta, Green Park. Deadly Hunta on 11:30 tonight. Make sure you come down and support reggae music. We're signing out. Pressure Drop, Diggy Dang. Until next week. See ya.